While they may not be a ranked opponent, they are a top 5 offense as far as yards are concerned, guys. Welcome back here to the Cajun 6 Dynasty. We got Boston College taking on the ULM Warhawks. We got our work cut out here for us in this matchup. It is raining here in New Orleans. It's going to be a tough matchup here against two high-powered offenses. We got to hang with them, so we got to be aggressive. We got to be going for these types of situations here on 4th down. Aaron Dixon, the freshman wide receiver, getting on the board here with a touchdown. Ferdinand Drew, first touchdown of the game for him as well. Nice passing touchdown, but a missed tackle here from Pierce Hawthorne. I don't really blame him, just got out of position. We thought they were going to break right. They break up the middle, and the Red Sea parted there for Cole with the touchdown. So here is a big bomb there to Graham Robinson. That's going to get us down by 14. 50-yard strike from Ira Smith to Graham Robinson. Unreal. So about a minute 37, guys. Look what we got. We got Day Dawson. Could take this all the way to the house. He's down at about the 20, maybe about the 23-yard line. We'll push forward and take a look at this block right here by Bannerman Jr., our tight end. That is going to allow Ferdinand Drew to make a nice throw. Give him enough time to make a nice throw there to the other tight end. Very selfless, team-oriented play right there from Lucas Bannerman Jr. His teammate, his tight end teammate, gets us a touchdown. Awesome job there. Good job on defense here to shut these guys down. 3rd down and 3 situation. Here's Anthony Harwell, busts off the tackler. He's going to try to shoot for the end zone. Can't get there, but we will hand it off here to Brian Harris, who scores a 1-yard touchdown. And just like that, guys, we are now tied up 21 all. So why do we show kickoffs? Why do we show special teams? Because good things happen, right? Here's a big hit. Thompson forcing the fumble. Here's Scotty Jenkins-Holt trying to bust off some tacklers. Get to the end zone, baby. Down at about the 7-yard line. So the cornerback, the freshman cornerback, comes up with it. Could have had a fumble for a touchdown. Would have been epic for that freshman, but that's okay because Harris is going to get a 7-yard gain and then pounding it here into the end zone is Brian Harris. He's got another touchdown. We're up 28-21. So a good little comeback here by our Warhawks. Now, Jenkins-Holt was in good position right there to make the pick or at least go upward, deflect it at least. But instead, it is a touchdown. Ira Smith and Graham Robinson have teamed up for 2 touchdowns already in this first half, just absolutely killing our defense. But here's a risky play there to Franklin Polanco, but he's going to come up with the catch. Nice job there. Then Brian Harris yet again, another touchdown, his 3rd of the game. 35-28 here as we end the second quarter, or do we? About 6 seconds left here. Smith gonna fire out to the left, little short. That's Robinson again. He will pick up the first down with 1 second left. They're gonna call a timeout, and that's a huge field goal. It's a very long field goal, but Day is there at the back of the end zone. We're gonna take this thing out, and he looks like he's got some room. If we can at least get him some blocks and a little cutback here. Oh, baby, go! Go! He's out of energy now after the missed tackle. Can he find a way? He can't. Oh man, that would have been so epic to take that all the way back. Shades of Auburn, Alabama, except probably a lot less on the line here. So let's start the second half, and whoa, nice spin move. But again, how did this dude tackle him? There is no way that Day Dawson was caught from behind. Absolutely not. Take a look. Take a look. One more look. Oh, what is that? What is that? He's got magnets in his shoes, I guess. Look at he's totally, what? He's like, got an extra lunge like a puma. That's unbelievable. So Ferdinand Drew with the triple option play. He's not a running quarterback. I don't know why exactly that we called this play. It was kind of a dumb play to begin with. We should not have allowed Drew to be put into that situation, but that's going to be a turnover, and then we get the ball right back. That's Thompson with the turnover, the INT. That's 2 turnovers now for the Eagles in this ball game. The 1 big fumble on the kickoff. Then we got the INT here. It's looking good for us right now. Up by a touchdown. We got the ball back. And that's a big play there by Harris yet again. He's doing it all. That's the 4th touchdown now for Brian Harris. Whew. Wow, this guy's having an incredible, incredible game. Let's go late 3rd quarter here, guys. 3 minutes left, and there's a huge hit by Pierce Hawthorne. So he's gotten beat a couple times in this game, but not right there. huge hit. Looking for the fumble here, up by 2 scores. Want to get the football back right now. 2nd down and 11, Shelton with the big hit, but Jackson, again, user error. We had a really good shot right there to pick this thing off, or at least deflect it. Either way, it's a touchdown there for Graham Robinson, his 3rd of the game. Harris is going to go backwards, so we got to punt the football back, and we love these low line drive punts because good things can happen. Woo, baby, we got the ball back, just like we drew it up. Actually, I didn't draw it up that way at all. I just love those line drive kicks because the ball can just skip and just go for days. You can pin people deep, like inside the 10. 3rd and 6, and we're going to check it down here to Harris. He's going to go backwards again, a 3-yard loss. So just not a very good effort on that drive by ULM. So we're bringing the blitz, we're bringing the house. We almost got to Ira Smith. We almost got home, but that's a touchdown for BC. And now it is a tie game going into the 4th quarter. Little play action play here. Got some good blocking to the last second. What a dot there to T.O. Gardner. What a throw by Giroux. Just landed where the only place that his receiver could catch it was right in the breadbasket. And then look at this throw to Trevon Vaden. He got his man beat off the line of scrimmage, and he was deep. He was open. He was free. ULM up by 7, 49-42. About 4 minutes left to go here. Here is Pettit. Haven't seen him carry the football here in the game, but here's Cole again. We're going to push him into the end zone. That's unfortunate, guys, because now it is now 49-49. It is a tie ball game, and we are going to grind clock. We've got about a minute left to go. All we need is really a field goal. Giroux just looking for something open, firing up a prayer. It's T.O. Gardner at the 20-yard line. Good for 29. How in the world did Giroux see him? Just said, F it, throw it up. T.O.'s got to be out there somewhere. 2nd and 6. We're going to hand it off to Giroux. Just go down. Just slide. Just slide. Don't risk the fumble. Don't do that stuff. And we'll kill the clock. We got 2 seconds left, and Joseph bangs it through. We take the lead. We should win this ball game. We will end up squibbing it. Harvey Schmeats. He has the Schmeats. Unreal. What a name, by the way. Good custom player name, by the way. ULM will sneak away with a W, guys. Brian Harris, your player of the game. 4 touchdowns today. 12 carries for 36 yards. 4 touchdowns. I mean, the guy was, I don't know, he's kind of a touchdown hawk today. I don't know. I wouldn't have given them player of the game. 3 yards average? I don't know. I probably would have given it to Giroux with the yard totals and pass percentage and completion percentage. But I guess who else are you going to give it to in an offensive type of game? Whoever had the most touchdowns, probably who you have to give that to. But yeah, a couple turnovers there for Boston College kind of did them in. And we had the 1 turnover from Giroux's flip on the option play, but it didn't really come back to haunt us too much. 3 turnovers, actually. 2 fumbles that were lost and 1 INT for Boston College, but we will get a win, and we're still seeking, as far as the conference goes, as far as the Cajun 6 conference goes, we're still seeking a big victory, a big win against a ranked opponent, and La Tech is trying to do just that. ULM has not been able to do it this year or last year, I believe. I'd have to go back and look and see exactly if we've accomplished that or not. I don't believe that we have. We've been close against Oregon and Auburn. We were close against Oregon here again this season. Couldn't get it done last couple minutes. La Tech was close against Clemson last week. Couldn't do it. Now they get against Miami here, number 4 in the nation. And right now, down 14-3. It's looking like more of the same for this Cajun 6 conference. We're trying to play with the big boys, but we haven't quite gotten over the hump. Look at this guy, David Ryan, quarterback here for Miami. He can run it. He's actually inside the Heisman race right now. He's inside the top 5, and you can see why. He can run it, he can sling it, he can do it all. And right now, up by 11 here. Look at David Ryan go again. He's got good blocking in front, busting off a couple tacklers. 13-yard touchdown run for Mr. David Ryan, and it doesn't look like La Tech has much of an answer for this guy, and especially on their side of the field, as far as their offense goes, Skip Branson and company, they've got to find a way to get something going, because they can't do it against this stout defense. It's now 4th and 19, 24-3, as Miami will score another field goal here. make this 24-3. We're going to jump here about 4 minutes in the third quarter after a sack, and Branson's going to fire this over to the right, and it is picked off at about the 31-yard line, and Miami is back in business. They're looking to score yet again, and they will. They score another field goal. So 27-3. It's a pass caught and a bust-off tackle. Man's going to go all the way to the end zone. I love it. Okay, so La Tech with a response. They'll end up going for 2 guys, but they won't make it. So it's still 27-9. 7 minutes and 12 seconds, and La Tech in the fourth quarter is going to get another score. So another touchdown here. They're probably going to want to go for 2 yet again in a 27-15 game. Down by 12, they can get this thing to a 10-point game, but I don't like that play call. That is not a good play call. You got to come up with something a little bit more creative than just handing it off to your running back that way. I don't know. That wasn't very good. On a 2-point conversion, nada. That's not the one you want to go to. But late fourth quarter, guys, touchdown here for Miami, and that is it. So the U will get another victory, and David Ryan really pushing for that Heisman Trophy. 3 total touchdowns here today. We'll take a real quick look at the box score for La Tech. Skip Branson just couldn't run the ball, guys. That is sack totals right there. That's sack yardage right there. Negative, was it 10? Negative 10, negative 14. Either way, yeah, it just wasn't a good output. 15 points today against number 4 Miami. They were in the national championship last season against Cal. So very, very good team. Probably going to make the college football playoff yet again inside this dynasty. And the one turnover here, the one pick, cost him some points. Wasn't like a game breaker. It was only 3 points that it cost him, but it's the momentum that cost him big time. All right, so week 6, there's your little preview. Week 5 is in the books. Southern gets a win. Grambling State gets a nice win, 42-38 over Memphis. Tulane gets their first win. They have 3 losses. Kent State is 0 on the season. But Duke de la Clerc, is it de Clerc? It's actually de Clerc, not de la Clerc. Had 3 interceptions, but still somehow found a way to win the game. So the freshman quarterback threw for 432 yards. So there's something about Tulane quarterbacks in this dynasty that they start off very shaky, but they still show promise, and then they end up being like a top 5 pick. I mean, we saw that with Jake Matt. We saw it with Philip Maynard as well. Like, these 2 guys weren't very good in their underclassmen seasons, but once they hit junior season, senior season, they got really good. So just watch out for Duke de Clerc. So we got his first win under his belt against Kent State. Now for Grambling, they moved to undefeated. They are 4-0 this season. It's going to be interesting to see how Jose Cheltenham here with 4 touchdowns against a pretty mediocre Memphis team. They scored 14 points in the fourth quarter to come back and get this victory here. But they do have some solid defensive players there with Dylan Ozenbaugh and Prince Smith. Got some good running backs there with Jelani Jenkins and Wendell Hamilton. They've also got nice receiving players too with Shamrock. And if I'm remembering here, who else did they have? Shamrock, and there's someone else, Waldo Dante, the tight end, with their quarterback, Jose Cheltenham. So it's going to be a decent team. Going to be watching out for them. They're kind of the dark horse team, in my opinion, in the Cajun 6 conference. So yeah, you have ULM, you've got La Tech, kind of the flagship programs of this conference right now. Southern's making a case as well, now moving to 3-1, but they haven't really played anybody. So this week, week 6, is going to be kind of telling. And what's really going to be interesting about this matchup here against Maryland is if the Raging Cajuns can get a ranked victory on the road. They've got a shot to do it. Maryland's pretty decent. They do have Heisman leading quarterback Mike Lewis. He's going to get on with a rushing touchdown here to open up the scoring here. Mid part of the first quarter. Let's see Elliott Sanders, see what he's got. 3rd down and 4. He's going to move the chains here with a nice catch. That is Brad Smith for 8. 2nd and 7. Little floater to Trace Caballero, who's trying to fight off a bunch of tacklers. He's going to pick up another first down. So Sanders moving the chains. He's actually done a lot better this season than the last couple seasons that he's been the starter here for Louisiana. It's going to be a nice run there by Jake Logan for 14 yards. This guy's got to get the ball in his hands a lot more frequently than what they've been trying to use him. He's really, really good. Speaking of guy that's really, really good, this is Mike Lewis, the quarterback, yet again, just shoving someone into oblivion, like Derrick Henry style. Oh my God, there's a reason why this dude is in the lead for the Heisman Trophy. Now, we saw David Ryan for Miami, both of these quarterbacks, actually. So you guys got to see these dudes firsthand look at these guys. They might be coming over into the Saints franchise. They easily could if they win the award. So 21-7 here, the Terps are on top. And with about 35 seconds to go here in the second quarter, we've got Sanders trying to carry the troops. He's going to slide just short of the first down marker, and that's going to lead to a field goal attempt. They're just trying to kill the clock. And with 6 seconds left on the clock, there's 14 on the play clock. Like, you can't false start. Like, you have to know the objective. You have to understand the assignment here. Don't jump, because now Cloutier, yes, there's another Cloutier. You saw one catching a pass. That is a different Cloutier. This one is Luca Cloutier. He's going to miss left, and I think the penalty yardage might have cost him some distance. Definitely cost him some distance. Definitely cost him some accuracy, too. So instead of 21-10, it's now 24-7. So you can see how those 3 points might mean something later on in this game. We're well into the third quarter now, guys. So after another great run by Jake Logan, here's an unbelievable pass right there from Elliott Sandage. He's 15 of 16. He's been playing really, really good since a change of playbook and some increased awareness due to being the upperclassman, right? Gotta love NCAA, man. That's just how it works. Second out and 4 after a nice stop on defense here, 24-14. Make it 24-21. Trace Caballero, the big tight end, man. He seems like Darren Waller to me, dude. He can run. He's not just like that prototypical tight end, that big, bulky, lunky type of tight end. This guy can play. This guy can move. So 24-21, again, Raging Cajuns defense stands tall, and Sandage trying to put the team on his back. First and 10, 33 seconds. Nice little check down there to Kurt Higdon. That's going to be another first down. So first and 10, 25 seconds to go. Sandage, oh no! We were just singing his praises. But Sandage was baited, absolutely baited by the middle linebacker. He knew the last play. They loved to check it down there to Higdon, and he just baited him. He must not have seen him. He didn't think, he trusted his arm strength a little bit too much right there. And Sandage throws the costly INT that will lose the game. The thing is, you had the field goal in the bag. That's what sucks about this. You had the field goal in the bag. Cloutier's not a bad kicker. You're obviously trying for a touchdown right there to win the game. You had a timeout in your back pocket. Don't force anything that's not completely there. And he took the risk, and he got burned. And that's all there is to it. So, but overall, the Raging Cajuns played decently. They played decently against a very good opponent, a very good Big Ten opponent, number 13, who's now 4-0, guys. And Louisiana is not bad either. They're 3-1, despite the loss. So as we move over to week number 7, guys, here is the preview there for week 7. We will get ULM and Texas in the next upload. So next Sunday, we're going to get that. And then let's take a look at our week 6 results. Coastal will beat Tulane. They scored 15 points in the fourth quarter to win by 7. And we can see how many turnovers there were on both sides. They had a couple of pick sixes in this game. So Coastal gets their first win of the game. So it was kind of a battle between really poor programs, at least this season. By the way, did you notice this? The box score here for Tulane, they had 3 of their freshman quarterback having to play in this game. So talk about, being thrown out there into the fire. I mean, that's a really tough task. It's really tough. I don't know how those guys were even ready to do that. There must have been a bunch of injuries. So I'll end up checking this out for you guys and informing you in the next upload if those guys are actually hurt. Like, what are they down to? Are they down to their 4th string quarterback? That would suck. Or like, what's the length of those injuries? But Grambling will find a way here again to get another victory. Cheltenham was good, 244 for 3 touchdowns. Jenkins and Hamilton, the 2 running backs, combining for a nice game on the ground. They now move to 5-0. So again, this team very underrated, man. Very underrated. But it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they do in Cajun 6 play. That's what I want to see. Are they actually legit, or are they beating up on their non-conference that's not very good? We're going to find out in the next couple weeks. That I can assure you. So 4 turnovers here in a 45-31 loss. Marquise Hendricks was not that good. 25 of 40. I don't know what else to say. I'm just out of words, guys. You can't do that. You can't throw that many INTs. 341 though, 341 yards. So whether you chalk that up to like scheme, whether you chalk that up to like talent around him, they still threw for 341 yards against an SEC opponent. That's got to be worth something, right? But 3 turnovers, the youngsters got to learn. So next week, guys, we're going to get LSU at Tulane. We're going to get that game in gameplay. We always show that one in gameplay. I want to finally get to have a firsthand look at Duke de Klerk. I want to see that game. And then ULM has another opportunity here against number 13 Texas. So we have another opportunity to knock off a ranked opponent. Again, we have not been able to do this yet. It's a good bar test for us. If we can pass that, it'd be really good for us. But we're not going to see La Tech against Baylor, but it will be on your pick'em. So if you're playing in the Channel Points pick'em, all these games that you see here, I'm just giving you some screenshots, some view of what these games are looking like. How good are these teams? Troy's a B-. Do you think that Louisiana's got a shot in that game? But we're going to get all 4 of those games on the pick'em. And as we look ahead here to week number 8, this is going to be a straight sim week. There's nothing really like major happening with these matchups, so I'm going to sim that. Week number 8, that's not going to be on your pick'em. Week 9 is also not going to be on your, actually this will be on your pick'em, is ULM at La Tech. So Cajun 6 play begins in week number 9, at least for us and La Tech. This game will be on your pick'em, so we got a lot of action here in the Cajun 6. We kind of got to catch up a little bit to where we're at in the Saints franchise. So we'll get there. We'll get really quick with this, and we'll move right through this season. So I did want to update you guys to prove to you that, yes, Mike Lewis was very good. He's a very good quarterback. So is David Ryan. Both guys inside of the Heisman race at this point. And, you know, those guys could see themselves into the Saints franchise. We've got a lot of quarterbacks right now across that franchise. We've got, of course, our own quarterback. We've got Stephen Flynn. We got Jake Matt out there at Washington. We've got, let's see, another quarterback, Darnell Bourgeois from Minnesota. A couple of other guys like Robert Allen for the Jets out of Clemson. So a lot of like the non-custom players are still there. So those 2 guys not being non-customs, they could easily like find themselves a nice home, like maybe in Detroit, possibly. Detroit's not playing too great. Maybe Green Bay, not playing too great either. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I will see you next weekend for week number 7, 8, and 9 for the Cajun 6 Dynasty. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.